Hey, what's up guys? kevincage here with another crypto update. In today's video, we are going to dive into all things Algorand, including the ALGO price chart, which is still sitting at an all-time low price. We're coming up on almost 2 years since its previous cycle high, whereas Bitcoin has already moved up over 100% from its recent lows. Same thing for Ethereum. Same thing for XRP 100% to 200% wick to wick, including XLM and many more. We'll also discuss Algorand being a member of the ISDA. This global trade association develops and maintains standards for OTC derivatives, with Algorand's development since 2019 with the ISDA, with a global market for financial derivatives representing around $10 trillion in gross market value and more than $500 trillion in notional value. The ISDA plays a crucial role in helping financial institutions participate in this market in a way that is transparent and standardized. The ISDA is very pleased that Algorand is implementing the ISDA common domain model on their blockchain, giving their community access to financial tools to safely participate in blockchain-based derivatives markets. And although this past bear market has been absolutely brutal, a lot of retail investors think that Algorand is dead. But bear in mind, Algorand has some very deep ties and also a lot of funding. The Algorand Foundation granted over $100 million to grant recipients, organizations, and individuals, while still maintaining over $100 million in total value locked on their blockchain. Let's dive in. So first up, let's just discuss high-level tokenomics, then we're going to dive into some news and finish up this video with the price chart. So overall for Algorand, it is a cap supply, a finite supply, or a max supply. There will never be more in the future than 10 billion tokens total. So its max supply is exactly 10 billion. There will never be any more. There is no inflation, with a circulating supply of 7.8 billion, 78% in total supplies in circulation. Now, when ALGO launched back in 2019, over $3, and then during this recent cycle high, getting as high as $2.50, whereas some exchanges that were illiquid had crazy wicks, even going over $5. With Algorand's all-time high market cap in 2021 reaching 15 billion. So the question is, what's going on with ALGO? Why has price action been absolutely so terrible just in this huge descending channel? Is it just a brutal bear market? What's going on? Is Algorand dead? Are developers leaving Algorand? And does Algorand have a future? And I just want to emphasize, we have seen crazy things over the years with Solana, with Cardano. Remember, Cardano hit a $99 billion market cap last cycle. Solana hit a $75 billion market cap. If Algorand ever reaches the same market cap that Cardano, Solana, and Doge have already hit, even considering its max supply and assuming all of that is in circulation in the future, that would still be a $7 to $9 algo. So just looking at its max supply, its overall tokenomics, and everything going on in the ecosystem, is it possible for ALGO to surpass its previous high at $2.50 with actual utility and a bull run? Absolutely. So let's go through some recent news, and apologies for any background noise. There's a crazy thunderstorm right now. We can see at Lago Startup Week, Algorand is presenting tokenization of real-world assets using Algorand, as well as building a blockchain smart contract app using Python. We've shared by Algorand, PlanetWatch has been granted a sponsored proof of concept supported by Earth Observation and Deutsche Telekom. They're creating disruptive air quality data products on the Algorand blockchain. So pretty cool that we have PlanetWatch being selected to participate in the IoT Space Challenge, combining IoT with Earth observation data, in partnership with the European Space Agency and Deutsche Telekom, deploying hyperlocal air quality networks fast and cost effectively, processing data from their sensor network through advanced algorithms and build science-grade data products. And they want this air quality monitoring network to grow so that they can achieve worldwide coverage fast. We have right here, this was hosted by the Algorand Foundation. We have PlanetWatch being a guest speaker. And back in June, we had DWF Labs and Algorand Foundation reaching a strategic partnership. So Dubai-based DWF Labs, a global multi-stage Web3 investment firm, involves a $50 million ALGO token purchase agreement to provide liquidity into the Algorand ecosystem. An MOU has been signed with the aim of allocating funds to support projects that are building on Algorand in the spaces of DeFi, art, music, gaming, oracles and bridges, and infrastructure. What's interesting about Algorand is their LinkedIn and in parts of their website they say is the technology of choice for 2,000 plus global organizations. I guess what I want to know is, of these 2,000 plus global organizations, how do you get included in that number? Is it just from a basic integration? Is it a proof of concept? Pretty curious. And as we shared in the beginning of this video, this is shared by Crypto Eddie, highlighting that Ripple has joined the ISDA and Algorand has as well, with a big focus on derivatives, with involvement from some of the world's largest banks, Bank of America, Citi, Goldman Sachs, Bank of New York, the London Stock Exchange, and more. So great to see Algorand as a member under digital assets and IT infrastructure, with a global market for financial derivatives representing around 10 trillion and over $500 trillion in notional value. Even in 2019, Algorand continuing to develop advanced financial assets on the blockchain as a member of the International Swaps and Derivatives Association. The ISDA developed its common domain model to allow all FIs to have a single common digital representation of derivative trade events. And this common domain model will save the financial industry billions of dollars by allowing standardization of financial derivatives across participants in the industry, as Algorand is implementing the ISDA common domain model on their blockchain. Now on DeFiLlama.com, looking at Algorand's total value locked through TVL, still over $100 million. If you saw the NFT ecosystem and volume go to zero, if you saw all the TVL basically disappear, then I would be worried. But overall, Algorand still has money on their books, they have millions of dollars for the coming years, and not financial advice, but I believe that ALGO will survive and do fine in the future. Even on Folks Finance, over $83 million in total value locked. We have AlgoKit 2.0 being released in Q1 of 2024. You have the number of new wallets opened over the last 6 months still increasing, which is good to see. And looking at Algorand in their ecosystem, they have an ecosystem for DeFi and stablecoins. We can see $13 million grant funding has been awarded. We have art and music as we scroll down. Almost $8 million. As we go down to gaming, we can see over $8 million. With bridges and oracles, over $3 million. And infrastructure, almost up to $7 million. I think Algorand has a very strong ecosystem. I know that it was called a security by Gary Gensler, and Gary Gensler has called everything a security besides Bitcoin. At the time, a lot of developers were leaving Algorand, but what's really good is that XRP now determined to not be a security is a great thing for a variety of other assets. My guess is if Algorand or Algorand Foundation and these organizations get sued in the future, they'll pay some fines on certain sales, but the actual asset ALGO, the token, is not a security. It's an obvious utility token for the network, just like Ethereum. They've been working on developer boot camps and Algo kits coming in 2024. I think they have a great system. You can learn more at Algo Explorer just to get a view of the on-chain metrics, and keep an eye on Crypto Miso, looking at their overall GitHub commits and their actual updating, as well as peek around in their GitHub for any issues and kind of looking at what they've been doing. And Algorand has processed its 31 millionth block, has been around for over 4 years, has never been down. Zero downtime is a big deal, especially when you're comparing other assets or networks like Solana, which crashes or is down multiple times per year. Over 31 million accounts and over 1.1 billion transactions. My personal favorite wallet for Algo is Parawallet, super easy to use, also a mobile application. We can see that Binance Japan has officially launched and listed a variety of assets including Algorand, XRP, XLM, Ethereum, Cardano, Atom, and more. We have shared by Michael Jordan Algo, Europe's leading marketplace for investing in music royalties. A-Note Music raises 3.3 million euros. A-Note is on track to top 500,000 euros in royalties distributed by 2023's end, with a current active trading platform market cap of 25 million euros. And this is all built on Algorand. We also got news that Goracle Network launched its mainnet on Algo. The mainnet will provide seamless integration with Algorand's blockchain, allowing existing Algo-based projects to integrate and adapt without significant modifications. And remember that real-world tokenization is predicted to be a $16 trillion industry. Here's a side-by-side look of some of the world's largest asset classes: real estate, 300 trillion, equities, the stock market, 100 trillion plus, derivatives, 600 trillion to as high as 1.2 quadrillion because it's highly intangible. Asset management, 89 trill. And here's a quick list of a few projects you can check out that are already tokenizing real-world assets on top of Algorand. We have in real estate, this is Lofty AI, we've reviewed them. We've discussed the tokenization of flights and plane tickets with TravelX and Flybondi. We have Day by Day right here, the world's first Web3 software-as-a-service insurance platform. We have a variety of music applications like we mentioned, and also Opulus. We also have Agro Token, taking blockchain to the real world, tokenizing food with Agro Token. The first global tokenization infrastructure for agro-commodities, currently converting crops to commodity-backed stablecoins. So overall, there's a lot of things being built on Algo in this bear market, and let's dive into the price chart. So we get it. Algorand is a very well-funded project. It has one-click nodes. Its upgrade also allows it to reach a 3.3 second block time with finality. It can hit up to 10,000 transactions per second. It is the one truly pure proof-of-stake network, and the founder of Algorand, Silvio, was one of the co-founders of zero-knowledge proofs. It's done proof of concepts with the Bank of Italy for tokenization, and the price chart is just not going anywhere. So what's going on? We can see in March 2020, the lowest the Algo price chart went was about 10.3 cents. And during this recent crash, even on the Algo price chart on Coinbase, we wicked as low as 9 cents. This is on the daily price chart, and this purple moving average is the 500-day moving average. Notice the Algo price chart is 165% away from that price at 29 cents. Bitcoin has already reached the 500-day MA. Casper's already reached the 500-day MA. Ethereum has already reached its 500-day. Render has surpassed its 500-day MA. XLM initially wicked right to the 500 AMA and then surpassed it. And XRP also used this level as resistance, then support before beginning that impulse. In looking at ALGO, we really haven't seen any major buy volume, any significant breakouts, as we have just been falling for almost 2 years. Whereas its weekly pivot from today's price, where a variety of assets have already hit up here at 70 cents, is over 550% away. That's roughly a 6.5x if we got to that pivot, and notice that's also by the triple bottom here, here, and here that were the 2021 summer lows. Taking a look at the stochastic, we're potentially going to be passing the 50 line here shortly. Would love to see this run, like a variety of assets have already done. Even XTC has moved several 100% from its cycle low. So as we can see, the momentum, or the RSI for Algorand, is extremely low all the way down here at 33. With that being said, there's also more room for when this runs up for price to come with it. Very similar to the XLM weekly price chart side by side when it finally got this impulse, and during this time where the RSI drew this sharp V-shaped recovery from the bottom of this wick all the way up, XLM saw a 150% pump. So we've seen a variety of assets retest their lows and finally get that impulse, but when is it coming for ALGO? We have a variety of open liquidity gaps above. We have open weekly fair value gaps. As I turn the light on, these purple rectangles on the weekly time frame are open fair value gaps. We can turn the volume on, and overall, we are just falling in this descending channel. We have some trend lines, but we need to break, and we need to see buy volume during this breakout to confirm that we're actually going to be changing this trend. We've been in a downtrend coming up on 700 days. So what I'd like to see is for ALGO to shock us. I want the MACD and these oscillators to turn up. I want to see large green candles and buy volume when we get this breakout. Until then, we are still falling. And also, just zooming in on these levels, guys, we have open liquidity gaps at 20 cents, at 30 cents. We have fair value gaps at 20 cents up to almost 58 cents. And the weekly pivot is at 70 cents. Bitcoin, Ether, XRP, Casper, Render, a variety of assets have at least hit their weekly pivot or surpassed it. That is 70 cents for ALGO. In looking at this overall pivot, this trading session basically ends at the end of this year, so we only have a few months left. So there's really only several months left if we are to get a nice reaction. So we're going to have to see what happens. I am hoping we get this large amount of buy volume during a breakout a lot sooner than later. Every time I've talked about ALGO, we typically have crashed afterwards. And of course, I'm accumulating an asset when it's at multi-year lows. I don't want to be accumulating it when it's back at 30 cents or closing some open gaps or at 50 cents. And a variety of retail investors are going to buy ALGO once it starts recovering. I do believe ALGO reaches $1 plus. Its overall tokenomics are not terrible when you compare it to Cardano, which hit over $3 plus, and its overall circulating supply is over 3 times larger than ALGO's entire supply. So when you put that into perspective and look at ALGO's overall features of the network, I think it's a strong contender. I'd much rather accumulate at cycle lows. If we go to 5 cents or 8 cents first before impulsing up to 30 cents to 50 cents again, so be it, I'm buying at these levels. And then I can look to distribute or stagger out a position at different fair value gaps and higher levels above. And I don't think it's crazy at all to assume that ALGO is going to create an all-time high price in the future. And on the weekly RSI, there is plenty of room to run, even up to overbought territory where price can absolutely run when it finally goes. Very similar to last cycle when we were sitting in oversold at an all-time low price, and we finally ran all the way up to here, and then even here during the big blow-off tops. So I know the supply has increased, but I don't think that had a huge effect. I think ALGO's overall price chart is in a very different position than a lot of alts. And out of almost every single asset, the ALGO price chart in particular is a very unique or weird chart to try to do Elliott wave counts on. But bottom line, there's a lot of garbage in the crypto market. ALGO is in the top 50. I do believe it's well set up to create an all-time high price in the future. And last but not least, we have iTrustCapital linked in the top of the YouTube video description. I've personally had a Roth IRA with this platform for over 3 years, able to grow my crypto tax-free, paying 0% in capital gains. They have Algorand available in 30 plus assets, and over $7 billion plus in total transactions. And remember that iTrustCapital is 100% free. It's $0. There are no monthly fees, no startup fees, no hidden fees, no maintenance fees. Just a 1% transaction if you trade just like Coinbase. Except with Coinbase, you're still paying taxes on all profits and capital gains, whether it's 10% to 37%. Whereas with iTrustCapital, a qualified custodian under the SEC, all of my gains are tax-free, paying 0% in capital gains. If you use my link in the pinned comment and in the top of the YouTube video description, you also get a $100 funding reward in USD. And this platform by far is the best crypto IRA platform I've ever used. I was with BitIRA before this. They have $500 million in assets under management in a bear market where many assets are down 90%, and over 50,000 active users today. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Huge thank you to all that hit the like button, and I'll catch you in the next one. If you enjoyed this video, I'd greatly appreciate if you could hit the like button. Let me know your thoughts down below, and my link tree is linked in the top of this YouTube video description with all links, crypto resources, and discounts. I'll catch you in the next one.